Richie. You're listening to the fighter's voice.
Let's talk about this weekend. And I said it first. I said it all over the phone to you. For the viewers, the fans, and the followers, and we, as fans, we want to see these guys fight each other in the 140-pound division. We want to maybe even compare them to the Four Kings. Who would be the Four Kings if there is, in fact, a comparison? But you know what? The tournament starts this Saturday. It starts this Saturday with Josh Taylor and TEOFIMO Lopez, New York City. What do you think of the matchup, and what do you think the outcome is going to be?
The matchup is interesting. It's a blockbuster fight, of course. TEOFIMO is a very athletic fighter, and much like Nafis, who I was training earlier, his legs are very strong. A lot of people don't really realize how much how powerful you can be if you have strong legs and good flexibility in your hips. And that's what he has. Like the ability to, when you see him turn backflips and stuff in the ring, the ability of a great athlete to be able to do that, it takes so much to be able to do that. That's when I knew. I was like, man, this dude is very explosive, you know? So I think that if he in this camp, like I was watching an interview that you did with his father, that was very interesting. And I think if he got back to boxing, just like a lot of times as fighters, sometimes we add a lot of stuff, and we have to trim that tree off and go right back to basics, what got us there. And I think if he does that, then he has a good chance to make it a good fight. But Josh is no slouch, man. Taylor is tall, he's long, and he's ornery, you know, and they can't teach the kind of wheels that those guys have over there in Manchester, man. I've been over there before. So I'm thinking that it'll be either Josh Taylor by late KO or by unanimous decision.
So either or, you see him getting the victory. Would you say because of his tenacity, or just the experience, or maybe the size difference?
His tenacity and the size difference is one thing, because I think he can handicap a lot of things. But then when it comes down to it, he's just a dog. You know, he's grimy, and I think that right now people don't understand as an athlete in any sport, you have to psychologically be prepared to for your outing, your event, your contest. And right now I don't see Lopez mentally prepared for the fight, no matter what his father says or what the media is saying, like how he's changing stuff around and everything, because these things take time. You know, you have to really isolate yourself and erase all the problems in your life. Go start camp like when we used to do camp in Big Bear, and my cell phone wouldn't even work. You know, like the TV wouldn't even work. So now you got to know. I got to learn who OTIS GRIFFIN is. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because exactly. I have no connection to the outside world.
Segregated yourself, and sometimes that's what a fighter needs, to stay focused and learn and just cleanse him or herself by going out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the keys for Josh Taylor. He has those attributes. Now, you talked about the athleticism with TEOFIMO. If he was to pull out the rabbit out of the hat, how would it be? Can you see him using his athletic ability to outbox Josh Taylor on an upset, or would he have to catch him coming in?
I think any old school guy is going to tell you this. For him to neutralize Taylor's height and reach and even his aggression or whatever, or any strategy that he has, he's got to punch with him. And if he does that, then now his percentage goes up to 90 percentile of winning, because he's going to win by KO. One flaw that Josh Taylor has, which a lot of Europeans do, is he doesn't move his head or change levels. So if you don't do that, then no matter what, like even if you hit me with a flurry of punches and I cover my face, I'm going to swing back the last place that I saw you at. So if I do that and I connect, because, you know, we all know Lopez has this outstanding power in his hands in both sides, then he's going to catch him, and it's probably going to be over with. So I can see that happening, you know, but a lot of times people don't understand the statistics, of boxing. If you look at most world title fights, they do not end in KO. and that's because the corners and the athletes involved have so much of a strategy to outbox the guy or not walk into his traps, because we're all creatures of habit.
Very well said. I was about to say the only level change that Josh Taylor does have is hitting after the break. And he's going to get away with it as much as he can until somebody tells him something. But
Yeah.
he's there to take care of business, and I'm looking for an exciting fight myself.
Yeah, definitely. I call it hockey fighting, right? Hockey fighting
Yeah.
is really an art that if you look back into the early 1900s or the late 1800s in boxing, that you know, you look at Sam Langford, you look at Jack Johnson, right? This is really a way that you can steal rounds. I had a fight show on Sirius Radio years ago called Fight Fan Nation and everything. We had Tim Bradley on before the first Pacquiao fight, right? And I was telling him the
Desert
same thing I'm
Storm.
telling you right now about hockey fighting, and he was like, "I never heard of that," you know. So when he hurt his ankle, like this is 2 weeks before the fight, when he hurt his
I
ankle
remember
in
that.
the fight,
Yes.
he went to hockey fighting. So he listened, and if you're listening at home, hockey fighting can give you instant offense, especially if you're fighting an elusive person. Because if you get in there, if you got an old school ref like Bam Still, right, or
Yeah.
Jack Reese, or somebody like that, they're gonna let you fight. If you got one arm free, they're gonna say fight out. So you start hockey fighting, you start hitting them. You know, no rhyme to reason of what you're doing. Boom, boom, boom. Almost like a Marga or something, right? Like just boom, boom, beating them with one arm or whatever, right? You can win a round like that.
I believe so. In MMA world, they call it dirty boxing.
Hey, it makes sense. It makes sense by definition. But if you really go to like if you watch some of the hockey matches like in the 90s or the 80s or whatever, and these guys are boom, 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 throwing like 50 right hands or whatever, like before the referee breaks it up, like you understand what I'm saying. You can really mess somebody up like that.
Yes, you can. And give them something to think about before they come out of that next round. The female Lopez, Josh Taylor. Your pick is Josh Taylor.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week.
Remember,
It's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, the special guests, and all the crew, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.